I used to believe that trust was the foundation of marriage. For 6 years, I built a life with my wife, Mariam, thinking we shared the same dreams: a home, stability, and eventually kids. I worked as a financial analyst while she worked as an executive assistant in a marketing firm. Everything seemed fine until one night when Mariam came home later than usual. She was unusually cheerful, humming as she unpacked takeout. I noticed her wearing a new perfume, one I'd never smelled before. "You're late," I said casually, trying not to sound suspicious. "Big project at work," she replied quickly, avoiding eye contact. "My boss wants me more involved. It's a big opportunity for us, Samir, for our future." I wanted to believe her. I really did. But over the next few weeks, her late nights became more frequent. She was glued to her phone, always smiling. At texts she never showed me, she became distant, dismissive, and cold. My gut screamed that something was wrong, but every time I brought it up, she'd snap back, "Stop being paranoid, I'm doing this for us." Then one evening, I overheard a conversation that shattered me. Mariam was on the phone in the kitchen, whispering, thinking I was asleep. Her words were like knives. "You're amazing. I can't stop thinking about last night." "Yes, I'll tell Samir soon. He'll understand. This is for our future, right?" My hands trembled. I felt the ground disappear beneath me. My wife, the woman I loved, was sleeping with her boss and justifying it as some kind of career move. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I swallowed the rage and pain. That night, lying next to her while she slept peacefully, I made a promise to myself. I would destroy everything she was trying to build with him. The next morning, I called a friend who worked in cybersecurity and asked for his help. Together, we discreetly mirrored Mariam's phone and email accounts. Within hours, I had everything. Explicit messages between her and her boss, Rayhan, hotel bookings under fake names, and even voice notes where she called me a boring safety net and said, "Rayhan is the real man who'll make my dreams come true." I kept quiet for 2 weeks, pretending nothing was wrong while I built my plan. Step 1 was gathering evidence. I hired a private investigator who followed Mariam and Rayhan, capturing photos and videos of their hotel visits and business trips. Step 2 was identifying Rayhan's weaknesses, and I didn't have to look far. Through financial records, I discovered Rayhan was siphoning company funds for personal use, using Mariam to help cover his tracks. Step 3 was the execution. I compiled every piece of evidence into a single damning file: affair photos, texts, financial fraud documents, and company money trail records. Then, one Friday afternoon, I sent an anonymous email to the CEO, HR department, and the company's board of directors. By Monday morning, hell broke loose at Mariam's office. I'll never forget the call I received at noon. "Samir, they fired me," she sobbed. "Rayhan's been suspended. There's an investigation." "I don't know what's happening." I bit back my satisfaction. "Maybe you should ask your boss," I said coldly. That evening, I came home early. Mariam was on the couch, mascara streaked, holding her phone like a lifeline. "Samir, I can explain," I interrupted her. "Explain how you slept with your boss and called it for our future? Or how you helped him commit fraud? Or maybe how you called me boring while planning a life with him?" Her face turned white. She knew I knew everything. I handed her a thick envelope. Inside were divorce papers, DNA disclaimers, and a full breakdown of her affair evidence. "Sign it. Today. You're leaving this house with nothing." She dropped to her knees, crying, begging me to forgive her, saying she only did it because Rayhan promised her promotions, money, and a better life for us. "For us?" I laughed bitterly. "You destroyed us the moment you thought selling your dignity was an investment." I walked away as she screamed my name. The fallout was worse than she imagined. Rayhan was arrested a month later for embezzlement. The company sued him for millions, and Mariam was listed as an accessory. With no job, no reputation, and no husband, she moved back to her parents' house. She tried contacting me several times after that, sending long messages apologizing, blaming Rihan for manipulating her, begging for another chance. I never replied, because while she thought she was securing our future, she gambled our marriage and lost everything. I built my life back piece by piece. My business grew, my finances stabilized, and I eventually found peace. But Mariam? Last I heard, she was working part-time at a small boutique, struggling to pay off legal debts, and every time she sees my success on social media, she sends another message saying, "I miss what we had." But I don't. She destroyed that when she chose her boss over me, and I destroyed the world she built with him, piece by piece until there was nothing left.